Solo Leveling, the biggest anime of the season, is finally over. What are we thinking?
Ore farming to its best degree. To its best degree, the ore farming. They got the scene right that everyone loves that like was on my girl's phone screen with like Sung Jin Woo with the tie. Yeah, I had to deal with that just deal with that for months. But no, it was a decent way to end it. Unfortunately, like the next season's probably gonna take a little longer because the producer has other anime projects to deal with. But
Hmm.
that was it's a good way to end it.
It maximized its time in a weak season. It was great. I'm with Jaden and Miles where Jinwoo versus Beru. Like I had higher expectation than what we had. I was disappointed with what we had. But I mean it was a cool fight, but for the where people were trying to put the fight was disappointing in my opinion. Like come on now. We're not putting it like don't even think Sukuna Maharaga or don't even put it there. Like we've seen a lot of people try to say, like I'm not even gonna try to antagonize the One Piece media cartel at all. But
Huh.
once
We'll get
Riddell
there.
said that thing about where they think Solo Leveling is at, I was like, all right, chill out. Like chill. I haven't seen a piece of One Piece, and I'm not even gonna disrespect it like that for real. So it maximizes time in the week season.
We're
I
not going to
think
spoil the webtoons. Well, we're just going to talk
no,
about
no,
the
no.
anime.
I think the season ended well. I'm more disappointed in the fans than the anime itself. I think I mean, to say disappointed in the fight that we got, I don't think so. I mean, it was cool. I mean, I didn't have it that high anyway. So again, anime fans have a lot of expectations, and that's where we get the whole "oh, I'm disappointed, I'm this, I'm that." Shout out to Lonnie and his barber. But um, I just genuinely think it was okay. It was just okay.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
Is it bad
Go
that
ahead,
I
Mom.
haven't watched it yet?
you're not missing nothing.
You're
Is it
not
bad?
missing out.
Nah.
I
You
had
read
Yes,
it, right? You read it,
I'm
Tom?
gonna say yes.
Oh,
Oh wow.
like
It is the biggest anime of the season, to be fair, right?
Mhm.
So
I might. Well, here's the thing, right? Every time I think I'm gonna watch it, I always get like the. It's such a weird mixed reviews I'm getting. Like either it's the best thing ever or it's extremely mid. And a lot of the fans, they be like, every time people say they want to see more of the characters, the fans always say, "Well, what I've seen is like, yo, it's called solo leveling." I'm like, well, so it's just one nigga, like,
And no,
Yeah,
no, it knows
pretty
what
much.
it is,
Yes.
Todd. That's all it
Pretty
is. It
much.
knows exactly what it is. Like it's your shonen fantasy, like to the nth degree with a badass main character or farms. Like it knows exactly what it is. It's not trying to be anything else that it's not. Even though it does do some things to, like the anime does do some things to help the story out a little bit, like the little bit, the build up, the gradual build up in the first two seasons to Jeju Island, and things to show that the main characters are actually doing stuff than just outright dropping them from the story like the manhwa does. Like it does do some things, but we're not getting a 5-star meal right now from Solo. That's not what it is.
That's how y'all make it seem.
Hmm.
I
um,
mean, some of the fans someone said a really good point, and before I get into that point, that I do think is actually pretty valid from like the very casual of anime fans. I will say that obviously a lot of people know kind of if you've been watching, I've said it. I think Solo Leveling is kind of meh. I think the story is kind of meh. But one thing I will say is that I did like the moment when Beru finally arisen. 'Cause that was the one I was waiting for. I was waiting for Beru to get arisen because he's the only shadow that can talk. So his interaction with Sun Jin Woo is just entertaining. That's all it is. It's very entertaining. As for Sung Jin Woo and this and what happened in the finale and everything, yeah, all the other characters are irrelevant. But Sung Jin Woo, I do think, even though he's an aura farmer, he's a character. He's a good character. Like he's a character you can enjoy, you can watch. He's entertaining. If you want a kingly character, I mean, he is the Shadow Monarch. You'll learn more about the monarchs later on from future seasons. Jinwoo is a fun character to follow, get behind, and see what he does. So I'll give you that. The one thing that I will bring up that someone else said that I do think is valid when we're comparing Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling, he said, I like Solo Leveling because it doesn't have all that weird weeby crap that other anime have. And I was thinking about that. I was like, that's very valid. Like you could just watch, see crazy fights, see Sung Jin Woo be a badass. You don't have to worry about the cringe weeby stuff because even in Demon Slayer, like stuff with Nezuko can get pretty cringe. Stuff with Zenitsu can get pretty cringe. I hear that, so I think that was
about weeby. What does that mean?
Like their cringe weeby stuff. Like the
I
stuff
think
that
like that's probably like the Japanese gimmicks, like the little comical moments that are like more like in the Japanese culture that like don't really appeal to like some TV casuals, not like anime casuals, but TV casuals. Just like the silly stuff, I guess. Like Soul Leveling doesn't really have a lot of silly moments, so I guess that's why like some casuals are attracted to it because it's just action. There's not really a lot of Japanese comedy in it, and it's just.
I don't think the Japanese comedy part. Like we don't have to slight something to like up something else. I just think the action and the aura is what keeps people around. And I kind of touched on that last night when we were having our little powwow about it. That's actually something I feel like is a little hard to do, and we're kind of underrated how hard that is. There would be a bunch of solo levelings around if it was easy to do that. Just create a story and create hype off aura and action alone. So I think they're doing something unique in their own way. Now the comparisons to One Piece, I think y'all good gas, but no, I think solo leveling is good at what it provides. I really do.
Yeah.
Were we done talking about the season part of solo leveling?
I mean,
go ahead, Random.
Get violent, Lonnie.
The biggest, I guess, part was the demon girl. They made her into a complete joke character in the anime because they tried to kind of keep it more dramatic in the manhwa. I can't speak for the light novel, but she turned into a joke character in the anime, and that's fine. She wasn't really that important anyway, other than, hey, I'm gonna be your guide, and then stand there. I guess you could say she did do the Vegeta thing, where if she doesn't throw that sword at the demon monarch, Jinwoo might lose. But other than that, she wasn't really that important.
Yeah. Just wanted to praise solo leveling a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're pretty mean to solo leveling, so we gave it a little praise. Some good moments for the finale. Sung Jin Woo, I do think is a badass. So shout out Sung Jin Woo, the ore farmer, because the people who are saying solo leveling has a better written story than One Piece is crazy. That's just insanity. That's just nuts.
Even me, I'm the newest person to One Piece here. That is wild.
But we've seen this happen before with like big animes. Like when Demon Slayer like season 2 came out, they were saying it was better than AOT. They said it was better. They were saying it was better than FMA and One Piece. Like it's the new big thing, and so the new casuals are gonna be like, oh yeah, it's the best thing ever. It's better than this, than that. Like we've seen this before. So I'm not.
Also, I've seen a lot of people compare it to JJK. I'm like, y'all don't do JJK like that, bro.
Like, don't do JJK like that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But they are doing something interesting now. The soul leveling. I don't know if you want to put the spoiler alert. I'm not. Well, I don't. I said I could like say without spoilers.
That's two different sayings.
Yeah, saying something like, you like something and saying something is better is not the same thing. I don't know how many times I have to say this. It's not the same thing. If you're saying it is better than One Piece, that has nothing to do with how you feel about it. You're stating an objective fact.
For example, Tokyo Ghoul is my favorite manga, but I'm never gonna say Tokyo Ghoul is better than One Piece or AOT or whatever. I enjoy it more. There's plenty of FMA is like number two or three on my list, but there's like at least 15 to 20 anime that I enjoy more than FMA. But I can understand that FMA is a better product and a better story than the things that I enjoy. There is a difference.